Alright guys, welcome back. It's a new week. Shit's going down still. It's 24-hour news cycle. Everything's freaking new, isn't it? Can't even play my freaking game. But let's jump into it and let's talk about women in Sweden that are sick of migrant violence. Don't mess with the sons and daughters of the Vikings. Sweden, it's about time you got your balls. And automatically this video is going to be demonetized. I can't last a minute, can I? But let's jump into the article. Who are we kidding? This video is going to be demonetized before we even started. Not all the Swedish women are pro-mass migration. Really? That's what the EU keeps trying to tell people. Quite the opposite. Many, if most, and the country's most popular political debaters are female. I can verify this because I have people in my channel that are from Sweden, not mentioning names because I don't want to get arrested. And I've also spoken to people on, believe it or not, Tinder. There was one girl that matched with me on Tinder who literally wanted to flee Sweden because of the migrants. Yeah, that actually happened. Beautiful looking girl too, by the way. Should have taken her up on that offer. But moving along, not encouraging, you know, migration scam or anything. Alright, Australian federal government, but let's jump into it. On Sunday, the Swedes gathered outside Parliament to protest against the UN migration agreement yet again. Do you think that they may be getting the hint? Probably not. But anyway, at this time, 3 main speakers were women. Thus far, mainly women have suffered because of the mass migration. Yes, well, let's face it, they're the ones getting raped. Mainly women have had to change their habits, said writer and journalist Katrina Jonovic. Yes, because women are weaker in physical strength when it comes to fighting off men. It's like these migrants are going for weak people or weaker people and easy targets. Pussy! The Swedish migrant politicians are emerging betrayal because towards the women in Sweden, both migrant women and Swedish women. A great deal of the men who have been brought in had terrible view of women, and these men are heavily overrepresented in sex crimes. Oh damn, you're a racist, dude. No, not really, they're actually true. Which means that we don't feel safe anymore. There is no vulnerability of women anymore. I don't get that word, but anyway. Obviously, she's Swedish and it's translating, so yeah, I'm thinking this is translation from Swede. But anyway, in New York, the final signature will be made on 19th of December. This means that the largest migration from the Middle East and Africa will be normalized. Our social safety net and social structure will be permanently destroyed, she continued. Another speaker, singer, voice coach, and social debater, Bianca Moranik, I'm mispronouncing, said, quote, "We are here to express our dissatisfaction with injustice in our country due to our politicians' irresponsible and failed refugee politics. We refuse to comprise our freedom, democracy, and fundamental rights. We refuse to live in an insecure, dangerous country that is imploding because the state can no longer guarantee the safety of women and children." The third female speaker was a 15-year-old student, Isabel Nilsson Jonovic. I'm getting that name wrong, I apologize. She pointed out that Swedes may not demonstrate the same way the French, but that one should be careful with angering sons and daughters of Vikings preparing for rebellion. So, we will never be silent and will never forget the people in the building behind me for what they have done to my beloved Sweden. I am convinced, that the gods are watching, and I know that the traitors will be judged hard, she stated. She ended her speech with "Long live Sweden." The audience cheered and applauded her enthusiastically while chanting "Sweden, Sweden, Sweden." Okay, so look, obviously at the end of the day, it's one way to protest, I suppose. I like the fact that they're doing something. I like the fact that they're protesting. I like the fact that they're going through and actually saying something. It's about bloody time. But yeah, at the end of the day, Sweden has this reputation for being a feminist safe haven and safety place and whatnot. To be honest, most of the people I've spoken to that have been from there really do hate migration. Now look, I don't know. Maybe I'm in an echo chamber. But I'll tell you now, out of about 5 or 10 people that I've spoken to that were from Sweden, not one of them had a positive view on this migration. So, and I won't mention names, but some of these people are high up in certain, governing bodies. So let's just leave it at that. So like I say, yeah, it really does. It does not surprise me at the end of the day. I really did think that most people are against bringing rapists into their country. Who would have thought? Most people are against violent criminals being brought into their country. Who would have thought? So yeah, at the end of the day, look, crucify me all you want, Vox and mainstream media and everything like that. Fucking bring it. And I'll tell you now, at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is that migrants are overrepresented in sex crimes. Wow, big frigging shock. The left, that are supposedly a bunch of feminists and for equal rights and for safety of women and, Me Too and all this, are bringing in a bunch of sex criminals. Yeah, my narrative is strong on this one. So look, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's not about protecting women. It's never about that. It's about the agenda. It's with the left. It always comes down to victimology. It's victims. How are you a victim, and how can we exploit it? And that's the same with these migrants. They don't care about the women that are being sexually abused, raped, or Sweden can't even go through and have a music concert anymore because the women get raped. They went through and they tried to separate the male and female women and the men from in this concert, and that happens every year. And they were still over 16 cases of being raped at this festival. So they cancelled the whole thing. You're literally having to change your life, your history, your way of life because of migrant sex crimes. That to me says that you probably should be reconsidering who you're bringing into your country. I don't know, Australia. Maybe I'm all for bringing in Swedish women. Let's face it, they're hot. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What's your view on Sweden? Do you think it's about time they did something? Are you glad that Sweden is rising up when it comes to these violence for the migrants' attacks and stuff like that? Or do you think that this is an underrepresentation of the people in Sweden? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next monetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.